What's going on, everybody? Chris Fowler here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Thursday night, talking some sports with you guys. Got a certain topic I want to talk about as we get close to basketball season, college basketball recruiting, as the season does draw close. Now, this was put out. This has been up there for quite some time, honestly, but I've been looking at it back since after the season ended. This is ESPN Plus exclusive content. Forget that. Let's look at 2021 rankings for recruiting. In men's college basketball is Memphis at the top of that list there. Michigan, Gonzaga, Tennessee, Duke. And again, you have to think this ain't football. For real. Memphis, I'm actually a little bit curious myself. 2 5-stars, 2 4-stars, 2 3-stars. College basketball recruiting is not as easy. I don't want to say important because it's very important. Any college recruiting is important. But it's not as big as maybe college football, at least for what we make it out to be. But signed letter of intent, like intent to sign, and they actually have signed on, so they'll be playing this year. Josh Minatt is 9th in his state. He's from Boca Raton, Florida. He's a strong forward, 6'8", 175 pounds. Sam Ayo, I really don't want to butcher anybody's names on here. Ayomide, I hope I'm saying that right. He's a 3-star recruit. He's signed 6'11", 255 pounds. That's a big guy for holy cow, I got to watch this guy's highlights. Malvern, Pennsylvania. 6'11", 255. What? Look at, he's a 3-star athlete too. That's a big guy. 6'11", 255. I mean, wow. Definitely gonna have to watch this guy. For sure. John Camden from Brewster Academy in New Hampshire, a strong forward. Nationally ranked 143 position. He's 31. And in the state of New Hampshire, he is 3rd. Jonathan Lawson Woodale from Memphis, Tennessee, a strong forward, 4-star. He committed back in April. Memphis is doing really good, and Memphis is one of those good teams too in basketball that just never really disappoints in recruiting. You got Florida State, Connecticut, Kentucky, of course. I'm actually a bit curious who Alabama has here as a fan. I just want to check. Let's see who Coach Nate Oates. Well, I remember this guy, Noah Gurley, strong forward, immediate eligibility. He comes from Furman. I also picked up a guy from Texas Tech, Amari Burnett, who is a 4-star. I said 5-star. I apologize. There's no star ranking available. But I've heard some good news about Noah Gurley. He seems like a really talented guy that can play some good defense too, at least from what I understand. Namari Burnett is out of high school. He's 6'4", 190 pounds. He's a 4-star. He transfers from Texas Tech. So hold on one second. He's a combo guard. if anyone's wondering what CG is. So, but yeah. Hold on 1 second. Yo, what's up, Trenches? How you doing, buddy? I'll drop the StreamYard link here in a second for you guys, but just kind of wanted to look at this as far as the recruiting rankings, and I'm excited for what Coach Nate Oates is doing with the program, of course, for Alabama. Overall, but I just figured I'd throw a certain topic in just to get us started. If anyone out there watching, you watch college basketball, want to talk about it, feel free to hop on. But more importantly, we talk college football. Definitely getting into that tonight. So that being said, I want to also see. I don't think they've put out the preseason poll yet for basketball, and they haven't. They don't even have listed last year's AP poll. They just have the coaches poll. Of course, Baylor owning Gonzaga in that title game, pulling the ultimate upset. Gonzaga looking to be a 32-0 team, undefeated for the first time since, it's been quite some time. Hold on. Last undefeated March Madness team. Let's see. It was seven undefeated college basketball national champions in the tournament era. There's only been 7, and there hasn't been one since Indiana in the 75-76 season. Way back when, 32-0 record. And, of course, that's what Gonzaga was looking to do. They were 31-0. And Baylor, who I think was like 28-2 on the year, they had a really good season. They were like the second winningest team in all of the season last year, of course. Just came out, and, the key guy was, who was it? Mitchell? Was it Davian Mitchell, I think was his name? One of the key scorers, really good on defense too. Overall, ultimately, just really talented. What's up, Trenches? What's up, LW? Anyone's welcome in the stream too. If you guys want to join in, feel free to. We'll get to some college football because I know that's what we mostly talk about over here. But still, any teams on upset alert tomorrow? I'm sorry, it's Thursday. I don't know what it is that I keep thinking it's a Friday. It's just been one of those long days. I did go to school, had an English essay due, so I took care of that. I don't know what I got on it yet, but we'll see. But yeah, we have some games coming up. We actually have Miami and Virginia live right now. Keep your eye on, though, tomorrow night, BYU at Utah State on CBS Sports Network at 9 Eastern and 8 o'clock Eastern, catch on FS1, Iowa at Maryland. So that could be interesting. Maryland's off to a good start this season. Iowa, of course, we know about them. What they're doing, ranked number 5 in the country, is this where Maryland gets their statement win? I'm going to look real quick. If this will load. Okay. And it's pretty close. Both of these teams are 4-0. Only Iowa is ranked. They are number 5 in the country, 1-0 in conference play, of course. beating Indiana a few weeks ago, who was number 17 at the time. And, of course, their big win over rival Iowa State, 27-17. It is a really, really close spread. I don't know if I want to touch this. This is where we're going to find out a lot about not necessarily Iowa, because we know about what we've seen from them so far. What's up, Nana? Yes, it's Thursday. I knew it. But yeah, this game here. Hold on, let me take it off the schedule. Let's go to Iowa, Maryland, right here. Okay. So number 5 on a unranked but undefeated Maryland team. I think this will be a good game to keep an eye on. Can Maryland get this win? I think so. I normally see something like this and say it's almost a 50-50, but obviously it's not really. But, I mean, they're giving Maryland somewhat of a chance here. It's at home. Their defense is playing lights out when you look at it. And Iowa as well, especially. Iowa's only allowing 11 points per game. Now, they played some good teams. You know, they played Indiana, they played Iowa State, but they've had it easy, I guess, if you want to say, the past couple weekends. 30-17, or I'm sorry, 30-7 over Kent State, and then Colorado State last weekend, 24-14. Maryland played Kent State last week, 37-16. They beat Illinois 20-17. West Virginia, I thought, was a really good statement win to open the season for Maryland, because I'm going to be honest, I don't know if really anybody expected much from Maryland, at least against West Virginia. I just think, West Virginia's been on downfall the past couple years. Mountaineers have, but I mean, I don't expect much from them at this point, really, with the program. But at the very least, I just didn't. I mean, I don't know about losing to Maryland, but they did ultimately. Spread's 3 points. Both these teams are 3-1 against the spread. 4-0. This is a tough one to call. Crap. Give me Iowa. I just think their defense ultimately is too strong. And it's going to hold up. And ultimately, in the end, I think they'll win this game. I really do. And again, Maryland is currently second in the East behind Penn State in the Big Ten East rankings. Let's see. And again, this is how bad it's gotten for Clemson. I just put a video out. They are not only not first in their division, they're fourth. And they're 1-1 in conference play. They're 2-2 overall. I'm surprised they're even right there at 25. I would just drop them out completely. Boston College has yet to play a conference game. They're 4-0, but Boston College and Clemson play each other tomorrow night. In fact, I got out the Ole Miss Bama preview video this afternoon. I got that out. I didn't watch along with you guys, so I don't know who all showed up for the premiere or whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. I don't know. It looks like it's Wake Forest for the Atlantic Division. It's going to be Virginia Tech for The Coastal, most likely. But, I mean, is Clemson – are they seriously that bad this year? Or are the other teams just good? I really think Clemson's that bad. Now, they're going to get back to it. You would hope, at least if you're a Clemson fan. Right? I think Boston College is going to beat them. I really do. Let me pull this up. Let's look at this. Let me screen share something else for you guys here. All right, let me pull this up. Let's talk about this game right quick. This will be my preview video. Later on, I'll upload it, whatever, clip it out. I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Boston College and Clemson, right? Boston College is not ranked. They have yet to play a conference game, but does that really matter? I think Boston College is really legit, right? I think Clemson is – they're not a bad program. We know what Dabo has made them out to be. We understand that, right? But this offense is abysmal. The defense is still great. It's what we expected it to be in ways. I mean, look at these stats, okay? Now, I'm going to get to that spread in a minute because that pisses me off a little bit. If I'm being honest, if I got to just share my opinion on how I feel about the line, I'll get to that in a second. Clemson is scoring 21 points on average a game. They're only allowing 12. Okay, they're only giving up 12 on average. That's not too bad. They have 295 yards on the season total. That's not too bad. But Clemson, does Clemson suck? Let's just be honest for a second. Do they suck? Yeah, pretty much. At least compared to what we've seen of them, right? Who do I give the advantage to defensively versus offensively? I'd give it ultimately Clemson has the edge defensively. They still have one of the better defenses in the nation, right? The problem for Clemson isn't necessarily the defense. The problem is the offense and Tony Elliott and whatever the hell is going on with the coaching. That's the issue. It's not a lack of – it's not even a lack of talent. They got a lot of young guys. They don't have an offensive line. They got talent. I mean, they got talent. Like, DJ's not a bad quarterback. He's got 3 interceptions, only 3 touchdowns. His receivers are not stepping up, right? Will Shipley is the key running back. He's got 44 carries, 211 yards, and 5 touchdowns when you look at that. Total yards. It's still got quite a few yards. It's not too bad. But it's not – I think for Clemson, outside of record or whatever, I just think it looks better for them on paper than it does when you actually watch the game, right? It just looks it looks better on paper. Well, on paper doesn't really tell me much about a team if I'm being completely honest with you. Ultimately, when I look at this game, Clemson needs a win. They're already out of the playoffs. But if they want something to hold their heads up or whatever, I mean, they're at the point now where, honestly, I would not be surprised if Clemson doesn't make a bowl game. I see you back there, Trenches. I'll get you on, buddy. I can add you guys on. What's up, Trenches? What's up, Matty Sims? We're looking at this Boston College Clemson game. What's your guys' thoughts on this? Because I'm just going to give it to you straight. I think Boston College will get the win here, and I just think Clemson is on this crazy downfall.
Boston College by 14.
14? So you think, well, they don't quite cover the spread. It's 14.5, but I got you right there. What? Seriously,
Are you on an echo, buddy?
What?
You sound like you're in a cave. Like, it's so, like,
Oh no, I'm in my other grandparents' house. I practically moved.
Oh, okay.
So it's just echoey because of how the house is.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did you say no? I think Clemson's the favorite according to that spread line.
No.
Yeah,
I
said Boston College wins by 14.
No, Clemson's definitely the favorite. I don't know how, but yeah, they are.
I'm not a betting analyst. I'm only 20, but I can tell you just by looking at that line is way too high.
It's too high.
Yeah, in terms of Clemson, like I feel like it should be lower. Like if Clemson's going to be a favorite, it should be like under -7, in my opinion.
Oh, the two touchdown.
I'm going to be honest. Which game you watch? You watching the Miami game?
No, I'm watching Cincinnati, Jacksonville. No, I'm not going to waste my time watching the Hurricanes this year.
I got you, man. Bama broke. I think Bama just broke him. But no, I think that Clemson is obviously the past few years they've been an amazing program with what Dabo's done. But clearly they've been on a decline. And I don't think Dabo's not going to be on the hot seat after this season. There's going to be questions about what the hell's going on, but he's not going to be on the hot seat or anything. I just think that, where would you go from a season like this? And especially everything we hyped up DJ to be. Now the defense is still pretty good, but DJ and the offense and everything, and Justin Ross comes back. They got a key receiver in Joseph Nagata. Like everything they hyped him up to be, where did it go wrong?
Look, man, I know y'all Alabama fans don't really get this much, but most teams have these seasons. It happens.
Right.
You don't get rid of Dabo, who's won that many championships.
How I see this is, I think it's just Clemson. Ever since they won that national championship in 2018, or I guess it would be early 2019, has kind of gotten stale and predictable with their play calling. And I've heard a lot of Clemson fans argue this. And instead of trying to adapt to get ahead in the game, like taking in transfers and stuff like that, they've just become complacent and done what they did to win that year without taking into account the ways that the game has already changed. And I'm not saying I think there's plenty of opportunity still for them to adapt to this. It's not like they're in the dust already, but this should be an absolute wake-up moment for them. If they're starting off a season 2-2, I mean, they lost to a really good Georgia team, but I think losing to NC State should be setting that alarm for them in terms of trying to shake things up and make something new.
I think the Georgia loss should have been a wake-up call. No, I'm just kidding, Churches. I mean, it should have.
We'll see you in Atlanta.
Whatever. We're not winning the West.
What?
Hey, if Ole Miss really gets us this Saturday, I'm telling you, man.
That's the problem with you right there, Ballard. Have faith in your damn team. You got the best coach of all time, and you ain't got faith in him. What the hell?
It's our O-line. I'm sorry.
I don't care if it was your whole offense. I'd still put my money on Saban.
That's fair. Where's that news I just saw? I think I just saw where the Astros have officially claimed the AL West. Yes.
The Houston Asterix?
Yeah, the Asterix, yeah. Bang, bang,
Trash cans?
bang, bang. Yeah, the trash cans, yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
The Lance Armstrongs of baseball.
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah. Now, the Giants and the Dodgers from the West are in. You also have the Milwaukee Brewers. Well, they've been clinched their division. They're 95-64.
Ew.
Dodgers win it all. Calling
What'd you say?
Calling it right now. LA wins it all.
Again? Who do you think they play?
Yeah, man. It doesn't matter. They got Clayton Kershaw. They got Justin Turner, Mookie Betts. They're fine.
Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Justin Upton. I mean,
You don't pick against a guy with a badass orange beard like Justin Turner.
Right.
That's
That's
just how it
true.
is.
I mean, it's weird to see what has happened to some of the pieces on the Dodgers and how they still have been really solid. Like, you look at a player like Cody Bellinger. Like 2 years ago, he was the National League MVP, and the dude cannot hit a baseball for his life right now. And then you have the whole ongoing thing with Trevor Bauer, which who knows if he ever plays baseball again. I feel like that whole investigation has just kind of put everything into limbo since nothing has really been talked about it publicly to the media, so we're all kind of in the dark.
What happened to the one dude they had a couple years ago? He was a relief pitcher. He was like the best pickoff pitcher I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think was it Baez?
Oh man, I don't know.
Matt, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Wait, who?
Dodgers had a relief pitcher a couple years back. I don't know if he's still in LA or not. I want to say his name was Baez. He was one of the best pickoff pitchers I've ever seen in my life.
What year was it?
I'd say it was about 2, maybe 3 years back. He was just coming out of the minor leagues. And he was a high name. I remember they had him, Ryu, and Kershaw, but Kershaw was hurt most of the season.
Mm-hmm.
God, I wish I could remember the kid's name, man. He was a monster. I'd love to figure out where he's at. Maybe he just sucked, and I just thought he was cool, and now he's gone.
Pedro Baez.
Baez, thank you.
Oh,
I think that's him. I was confused for a second because
I said Baez.
I was thinking of Javier.
You thought Javier.
Who,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said Baez, and I was like, man, maybe I'm thinking of Javi. So where's he at now?
He's with the Astros, and I don't know if you guys knew this. Fun fact: he's actually from Dominican Republic.
Well, funner fact: I hope he loses every game now because he can't stand Houston.
Me too.
Yeah.
If you cheat, I lose all faith in you.
I don't know. My Cubs sold everything at the deadline. I had a meltdown on Twitter about it, and that's about it. Baseball season's over for me mentally.
All right, so I haven't watched much baseball this year. What is going on with my Braves? Anything?
Looks like they're about to win their division, it looks like.
I don't know,
see,
but my Rays are ready for redemption.
You're a Tampa fan? Oh, that's right. You're a Bucks fan, too. That's right.
Yeah. Well, they lost to the Astros tonight, so I'm pretty pissed off.
So let me ask you this, Ballard. When you lived in Florida, were you in the Tampa area?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the county, and I was maybe only 45 minutes from Tampa itself, honestly.
I've only been there a few times. My wife went to USF, so I had to go there a couple times.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Popcorn's going off. God, is he loud as hell to you too, Maddie, or is it just me?
Is what?
Is he super loud to you too, or is it just me?
I think it might just be you. I don't hear being.
No, I'm in my other grandparents' house, and it does give off an echo because of how big it is.
Yeah.
If that's what you're referring to, does it
Well,
sound
that
like
bang I just heard in the background sound like somebody just got shot.
I was closing the refrigerator door because it got open. That's what that beeping was.
God, dog. Bam! Look how Ballard done moved the confidence.
Yeah, the Braves, man, they clinched the division. I made a video a couple months back. I thought that the Phillies had a good opportunity to maybe not win the division, but maybe have a good enough streak, or maybe if they could, they're out. They lost the last 4. I thought the Phillies for sure were going to turn things around and go in a good direction and at least try to clinch maybe a wild card or whatever. But, man, the Phillies just fell off, losing their last 4. I don't know where that went.
It's just the Bryce Harper show there at this point.
Well, okay, 3 of those games were to the Braves and 1 to the Pirates, where the Pirates shut them out, and they just could not continue on with batting and getting runs.
They're also in a pretty competitive division.
They are. It's probably one of the better divisions. I think the NL. Well, no, I'll say this. I think that maybe the NL East could possibly. Oh, I don't know if it is the best division of baseball. It's close. It's very competitive because you got to think you also have the Mets in there as well. Now the Marlins and Washington Nationals just aren't. I mean, they have a couple good games, and it looks like they're going to get hyped up. Then they fall off and suck. But now with the Braves and everything, it's like, they're not too far behind. But also, you kind of got to understand, like, they're probably just not on that level.
To me, the best division in baseball is the NL West. You got the Dodgers, you got the Giants, who were a surprise. I thought San Diego would be a little better. I know they just kind of had a really bad collapse at the end of the season.
Fernando Tatis. What game you playing, Trenches? I saw the controller.
Madden.
Who you playing as? The Falcons?
I'm doing a season with the Falcons, but this is 2020 Falcons.
Good boy, son.
I use that spin wheel, get a team and a receiver. So I'll go on the trade block and pick me up a new receiver from that team. So, like, I just inherited Pouncey from the Steelers as my offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Oh, I'm going to turn back to this. Let me get my phone here. I want to put on this Miami game because it looks like Virginia's just whooping them. Well, they're only up.
But as far as baseball goes, the Marlins, I hope they lose every game for the rest of their life. You had the sickest logo in baseball, and you pissed it away from Miami. I have so many Florida Marlin hats, and it's just I'll never buy a Miami Marlins. It's the dumbest logo I've ever seen.
Are you talking about the Florida Marlins logo compared to the one from their initial redesign? Because they changed it again.
That Florida Marlins logo, I don't care what they replaced it with, was one of the sickest logos in all of sports.
No, I agree that the redesign was bad, but the new one that they made once Jeter bought the team actually looks halfway decent in my opinion.
But it can't be as good as the Florida one.
All right, I gotta hear.
That teal and black was sick.
I gotta hear from you, Trenches. Arkansas is number 8. They're undefeated. What does worry you about them? What is it?
The one thing that worries me about Arkansas, they might have a good punter. I'm serious.
So penny back deep.
Yeah. If I was being completely honest, I'm more worried about Florida in a few weeks than I am this game.
Really?
It's just that right. It's same with y'all and Auburn, man. You can never overlook that rivalry.
Right. I can understand that.
But no, look, before the season started, I said this could be the game that could catch us. But that was before Arkansas was ranked and college game day is going to be there. It's not a catch game at that point. Georgia's going to come to play.
I'll give you this. It's maybe you look at Arkansas and say, yeah, they're talented. They definitely got some good players on there. They beat A&M. But, I mean, the other teams are Texas, Georgia Southern, and Rice. They really haven't had much competition compared to Georgia.
Neither has Georgia. All we've had is Clemson, who's turned out to be trash.
Right.
We haven't had much competition either, but you could tell who's a good team and who's not. And I'm not saying Arkansas is not. Arkansas is a good team. Georgia's just an elite team this year. There's a difference.
They're just better. They're just better and on a different level.
Here's the thing, man. I keep hearing about, how good Jefferson is. He's how fast he is. Dude, Jordan Davis runs 20 miles an hour. You don't think what's his name?
The D lineman, yeah.
Yeah. You don't think Tyndall's gonna be catching and playing spy on Jefferson the whole time. Tyndall, if you haven't seen him, is he a speed freak of a linebacker? Yeah. I think he's faster than Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith's pretty good, dude. As a Bears
I'm not saying he's as good. I said he's as fast, if not faster.
Yeah.
Now the most talented team player on our defense is not Jordan Davis, is Nolan Smith. And wait till this kid actually starts coming alive. That's the kid I've been waiting to see
Is
since
he,
he got recruited.
he's a freshman, isn't he? Or you've had him
He's
for
a
a few
sophomore.
years?
He's a
Oh, okay.
sophomore.
So he's still
He's
kind of
just,
young
you know,
in the system.
well, the problem is, and I've heard Lou complain about it, it's not really a problem to me. I kind of like it, but we rotate people so much to where they don't really get a lot of sacks or much rhythm, but we also don't have anybody tired either.
Right.
All right. Let's see here. And I got to play the Bears. Easy win. Ain't that right, Matty?
I just put a video up. And I want to get your thoughts on this, but Paul Feinbaum said that the Clemson dynasty was over, and I made a video just now, and I even said they were never a dynasty. I'm sorry, they didn't have enough. There's a certain amount of, I think. I mean, I get what they've done, but I don't know if it was dynasty level yet. And I
think it is.
I don't think they were ever going to be.
They're a dynasty. The reason I call them a dynasty is not because of how great they were, but besides Alabama, who was winning? Clemson.
That's fair. Yeah.
It was one of the two teams. So technically, they are kind of a dynasty. I don't think it's over for them, but I don't think they're going to have anywhere near the success they had.
Miami coming back a bit. That was a huge play there.
I'm gonna say this. I think everyone is acting like Clemson's dead when they're not. We saw the same thing happen with Alabama in 2018. Oh, Alabama's dead, and then throughout 2019. I think it just might take a year or two to readjust them.
I think it might take a little longer, Matty. And nothing against Clemson or what you're saying. I agree with you, but Dabo is not Saban. Dabo doesn't recruit like Saban. Dabo doesn't coach like Saban. Saban can make that turnaround in 1 year. I don't think Dabo can.
I think Nick Saban agrees with you and would like what you just had to say.
Maybe we'll try to hire your ass.
I don't have a problem with Saban. I love oatmeal cream pies too. I get it, dog. Eat too. Drink your coffee. Let's go. Just know when you're playing my dogs, I hate you. But besides that, seems like a good dude. I got no issue with Saban. You're a great coach.
This defense is insane for Virginia. They got really.
I'll tell you what's insane is trying to get out of a blitz with Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
I've been sacked 3 times in the first quarter already.
He'll do that to you there, trenches.
Well, it's also Matt Ryan. Let's not give Khalil all the credit.
You should.
He beat the Buccaneers.
Which Madden do you have?
This is which one is this? Let me go back. 21 with Lamar on it.
Just bench Ryan for whoever else you have. Put the kicker in there. I don't know.
That's okay. 60-yard touchdown run by Todd Gurley. I'll take it. Won't be seeing that anymore, but I'll take it.
Touchdown Miami. 24-yard rush by Tyler Van Dyke.
Maybe Virginia will pass the ball more, which I kind of want them to do.
What's the score on this game?
The Virginia of Miami, it's 30-27 now. Miami's coming back a bit. 30-27. And the quarterback.
Any fan base right now needs a win besides Florida State. It's freaking Miami.
No, you do have no idea. I think Georgia screwed Clemson up, and I think Bama screwed Miami up at first.
I told Maddie earlier, man, I'm starting to think the Florida State-Miami game might be the Super Bowl for both those teams.
The SEC screwed up the ACC this year in 2021.
What's new, Ballard? What's new?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'll say
the same every year.
I wish we played Florida State this year as well so we could claim ourselves as Florida State champions.
Oh, you want to be like West Arkansas?
You want to try to beat the Jaguars?
No. Like Arkansas is the Texas champions. They beat Texas.
Yeah. Did you see that video, Maddie?
What?
Well, he's like, Arkansas is doing good, and West Arkansas is doing pretty good too. What's West Arkansas? Yeah, that's what we call Texas now. He's like, I don't think you do that. I don't think Texas can stop us. Oh, it's such a good video.
I know Georgia's probably going to be Tennessee champions by the end of the season.
All right, come on. Calvin Ridley coming up clutch. I love it.
Should I take a quarterback here?
Coastal Carolina might honestly be the best team in South Carolina right now.
I wouldn't doubt that.
What's funnier, though, that or the fact that Wake Forest might be the best team in the ACC?
Hey, look, man, Wake Forest actually might be legit. Dude.
Trenches.
Name one team in the top 10 that would lose to Wake Forest right now.
Georgia.
Yeah, okay. That's a bye week for us.
I got trenches. I got you a team. Clemson. Oh, wait, no, they're not even. No, they're not that high.
Actually, I do have a real team. Oklahoma.
Ooh.
I have another one. Notre Dame.
Yeah. Notre Dame.
Oh, I can't wait for Cincinnati to whoop up on them this week.
Oh, I hope Cincinnati gets them.
They're going to. Trust me, they're going to.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think Cincinnati could lose to Wake Forest?
No.
Okay.
They're a different breed. They're Bearcats. That's not even a real thing. They mix two badass animals into one.
Bears.
Right.
Cat. Oh, yeah, bears.
Bears.
I got to do a video with him tomorrow. I got to write down all his picks tonight, too. He killed it last week.
Dude, that was awesome.
Right, I told him, I was like, you only got 3 wrong. He's like, yes. He's so excited.
I just took your boy JT Daniels in this mock draft.
That's what I got him in my actual fantasy.
I'm rebuilding and fixing the Broncos.
80-yard touchdown. Calvin Ridley with a 70-yard touchdown. Calvin Ridley.
My boy Calvin, roll tide.
Jeff Webster says, roll tide.
Roll tide for Imza.
Should I throw it to the other Alabama wide receiver for a touchdown?
Julio? Oh, you still got Julio on that one, right?
Touchdown, Julio. Yep.
Yeah.
Falcons need to draft another Alabama receiver to make up for their deficiencies.
Yeah, but this
I don't
year,
agree with that.
They can
I
have
bet Falcons
John
take
Mechie.
JT. Falcons
They're not.
JT.
You know good and well they're not taking JT Daniels. I'll tell you.
I
that.
know, man. It's like they're allergic to people from their home state. It makes no sense to me. It's like, oh, look, a Georgia Heisman front runner sitting right here. Yeah, but no, we want somebody out of state. Fucking assholes.
Here's the thing about the Falcons, though. I don't blame them taking a tight end and Kyle Pitts, but number 4, you could have traded back a few spots, man.
He ain't done shit all year. I got him on 3 of my fantasy leagues, and he's done nothing. Yeah, but who else would you have taken? Don't say Fields because he's not panning out either.
I mean, you had to. I mean, did they get on the O-line? I would have took an O-line like Leatherwood or whoever, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's not their weakness right now. Is their O-line's okay.
Also, Leatherwood was also a reach in his own right by the Raiders. It seems like the Raiders also are incapable of drafting back as well.
Raiders.
The Las Vegas Raiders, man.
They went from one criminal city to another.
I mean, they are the Sin City Raiders.
Yeah.
That new stadium looks cool, though, they got in Vegas.
So let me ask you this, Ballard.
Yeah.
How did you feel with my boy Matthew Stafford last week?
I thought he did pretty good, honestly. I think I got to give credit. I can't complain too much. The Bucs cannot win it all. You got to take some losses. You know what I'm saying? What's up,
Matt
Jack?
Stafford, I'm so glad to see him in a real team.
Yes.
Roll Tide for
I'm so glad he's not in our division anymore.
The autumn wind is a pirate. It comes rolling across the plain with violence intent. It sports a black mustache and wears a hooded sash. Dun-dun.
Jeff, you gotta stop watching Pirates of the Caribbean, dog.
No, man, that's the voice of God. That's the voice of God, John Facenda.
I didn't hear Larry Munson.
Go on YouTube and look up any. Go on YouTube and look up any NFL films from the 70s, and you'll hear John Facenda, who the other announcers called the voice of God. And if you look up the Autumn Wind, it's got the NFL Films music for the Raiders, and it's got his poem, The Autumn Wind, all about the Raiders, and it's stunning. It's stunning football production. Unbelievable.
Nice.
The voice of God, John Facenda. Man,
I
if
thought
I
you
had
were
his
a diehard
voice,
Johnny Depp fan.
if I had his voice, I would be a multimillionaire. And I was complaining in two different threads tonight. I've been watching this UVA Miami game, and this UVA quarterback can't hit the fucking barn from 3 steps away.
Well, he's
had an on-target touchdown dropped. I saw that. But other than that, this guy can't hit the fucking stadium from the parking lot. I mean, he's the most inaccurate guy. And I watched him a week ago, and it was the same thing. The guy's less accurate than high school quarterbacks I've seen.
The dude literally had.
I bet you if you told him to miss I bet you if you told him to miss a field goal on purpose, he'd make it.
I'm going to tell you this.
Sorry.
ESPN will not use a wide-angle camera on the crowd, and they're trying to keep the camera angle down low on the field, because anytime you see any part of this crowd, there is nobody at this game. I mean, nobody. I bet there's not 15,000 people in that stadium.
Is it at Miami?
I think Miami has about 500 students at this game tops.
Yeah.
I mean, there is nobody there.
30-28. Here's a punt by Virginia.
What's I don't have the NFL Network. I don't have NFL Network. What's the score?
For which one?
No. I'm talking about ESPN.
You talking about the Jags game?
Yeah, whatever. Isn't there an NFL game tonight? I don't care.
Yeah, right now Jaguars are beating the Bengals 21-14. Third quarter.
Oh, Jaguars
third down in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Burrow is losing to Trevor Lawrence and half the Jacksonville team.
So Sunshine's beating Go to Hell Joe Burrow.
Yep. Mr. Cigar cannot be the guy who looks like a girl.
I know Lou's live right now, but I had to get out of there. I'm so fucking sick of hearing about Georgia. I could just puke.
Is he whining and crying?
Every 2 minutes, there's got to be some conversation about JT Bennett and Stetson, or JT Daniels and Stetson Bennett, and I'm absolutely sick. I'm absolutely, and how nobody can run on Georgia. Well, hey Lou, I told him in the comment section, hey Lou, Najee Harris ran it up your ass for 155 yards last year, so don't tell me nobody can run on Georgia.
Yeah, he did.
But hang on now, Jeff. You know I'm gonna defend my dogs. What's that got to do with now?
Well, okay, yeah, it's got nothing to do with this. But this idea that nobody can ever run on Georgia, the last couple of times Alabama's played Georgia, Derrick Henry ran all over him, embarrassed him, stomped him into the mud. And
that's a big jump between Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, and the guys Arkansas was bringing, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Arkansas ain't going to do anything to Georgia.
Nah.
Georgia, I've got Georgia winning. My prediction earlier today is 38-13.
I said 42-17 was my pick.
I think Georgia just kills them. And I am not one of those people that's going to say on Sunday, Arkansas's no good. You didn't beat. Arkansas's a good team. I don't think they're as great as everybody's making them out to be, but they're a good team, and this will be a nice win. And it'll be the last nice win Georgia has until they beat Florida, and then they'll have a whole bunch of nobody wins until they get to Atlanta, because they've got a soft-ass schedule other than Clemson and Georgia. Or other than Clemson and Florida.
And hang on now, pause though. Here's where I get kind of confused because I get what you're saying. It is soft now. Going into this schedule, the schedule wasn't so soft because we opened with Clemson, who was supposed to be a world beater. Florida was still supposed to be impressive. They won the East last year. Auburn's always a decent team to look at.
I still think the Clemson win's a quality win.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think beating Florida will be a quality win. Beating Arkansas will be a quality win. But the rest of the schedule, no, wait a minute.
What,
do you
ain't got no love? Hang on now. You ain't got no love for Charleston Southern?
Do you have to go to? Do you play Satan at home or do you go to the Plains of Hell?
We go to Plains of Hell, but it's all right. That's our second home. Yeah, know that.
Yeah, but you know what? Anything can happen down there, as we saw against.
It
Georgia,
can, but
as we
here's
saw
the problem,
last week.
Chef keeps saying how worried he is about going to Jordan Hare. I was like, we're 3 out of the last. They beat us 3 out of 16. Like, how many times have
you owned them?
At their home?
Yeah, you've absolutely owned
Listen,
them.
if anybody,
and that's
if
fine.
anyone,
That's fine by me because
I
when Georgia plays Auburn, I go for Georgia every time. I mean,
Yeah.
I won't root for Auburn against anybody. I mean, I'll root for Al Qaeda over Auburn.
Well, my thing is too. It's like they can't even beat Georgia State properly. You think they're gonna take us out? Although Georgia State might be the second best team in Georgia.
Oh,
Now, I know Matty Sims has been running all over the quad, lighting candles and putting them outside of Denny chimes, and he's all scared to death for Saturday for no reason.
I was at that game last year.
I know. Played in sloppy conditions.
I think they got a real recipe for success with that offense. I have question marks about our offense being able to keep up. It's not that I don't have faith in Bryce Young. I have question marks in our receiving game downfield. I have questions about our running game. And as we saw in that Florida game, if we're not keeping tempo on offense and we stall out, defense is going to get worn out like they did. And
we can't take our foot off the gas at any point. At any point,
it would not
We've got
surprise
to score.
me the slightest
We've got to score and keep scoring.
I would not surprise me the slightest. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to get to watch probably the first half, maybe into the third quarter, because I'm going to go up to the press box they won't have it on in the press box, but in the tower there are separate media rooms which have TVs in them, and I'll go in there and watch that until I have to go down on the field because Iowa State doesn't kick off till 6, and the Bama game starts at 2:30. I won't need to be on the field until probably 4:30, maybe 5. So I'll get to see the first half, maybe part of the third quarter, but then I'll just have to listen to the announcements for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say about the Ole Miss Alabama game. And I got my preview video. It was out. I'll have to go back and double check what I had as a score, but ultimately it wouldn't surprise me if Bama won the game. But at the same time, man, I really just think that, and Jeff, you've said this a few times, someone is going to get Alabama. And quite honestly, I think the best team to do it would be Ole Miss.
Yeah, well, I hope it's not Ole Miss, because if it is Ole Miss, we're not going to win the West because they're not going to lose twice to who's left on their schedule.
Right. And you got to think, too.
Bama wins by 10,
regardless of how good they are or how bad, a trip to Jordan Hare is no cakewalk.
Man, I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping and praying that I can wake up on October 9th and we're 6-0, having survived Ole Miss and Texas A&M. Because if that happens, I'm coming looking for all the haters. I'm coming looking for your asses who are just every week.
Y'all not losing to Texas A&M.
every week just begging for somebody, somehow, please beat Alabama. Oh, this is the team that's going to give Bama trouble. You hear it over and over and over again. Everybody just begging for it because the college season never starts until Alabama loses. That's the official start of the college football season.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Jeff. I'm rooting for y'all to go 12-0, dog.
Why? You want
because
Bama?
I don't want to see Ole Miss in the SEC. Yep, because I don't want to see Ole Miss's offense in the SEC championship. I'd rather see Bama's.
Yeah, because Georgia fans are disrespecting the Ballard. They're more scared of UGA than their daddy, who's owned their ass.
You act like you have a chance
Let's
to get
rewind this
Bama.
real quick.
You ain't
Let's
never
rewind
done
this
fuck.
real quick, Jeff. Hang on now. I picked Bama because the fact that y'all have the GOAT sitting on your sidelines. That's not disrespectful at all. And the reason I'm disrespecting y'all's offense compared to Ole Miss's is we don't have the secondary to keep up with Ole Miss. We got the style of defense that can play with you guys. It's a big difference between those two style offenses. Ole Miss could expose Georgia in the wrong way. I don't think Bama can.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
That was it. I have no disrespect towards Alabama. I've always said I'm never going to trash soccer team until we finally beat them. And 2007 was years ago.
I got barked at earlier tonight because I said that the best quarterback that I think I have seen Bama play against that was a Georgia quarterback was Matt Stafford.
Ooh.
No, that's fair.
And it was like,
I don't know though, man.
I was like, Aaron Murray is better than Matt Stafford. I'm like, wait a minute. Matt Stafford's likely going to the NFL Hall of Fame, and Aaron Murray completed how many passes in the league?
Right. But we're looking at college-wise. As a Georgia fan, I will tell you, Aaron Murray was a lot better than Stafford in college.
I think
Stafford
Eric
was great.
Zaire. I think Eric Zaire was just as good as Aaron Murray.
Yeah, but both of them were better than Stafford in college. NFL, yeah, it's next level. Just like you look at the two, you can look at Nick Chubb and Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley was way better in college than Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's going to have a way better NFL career.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you never know what injuries can do to you.
Yeah. But Aaron Murray was the dude.
That's too bad because Gurley was on his way to having a really fine career and just and I don't want to see and I never want to see anybody get injured. I hate that when that happens.
Right.
Well, that's why. All right, so we can look at Alabama. To me, the best Alabama receiver I've seen in the last 20 years is Judy. But if you look at NFL-wise, Julio's the guy.
Right.
But I love watching Julio play.
If Julio had been playing in the system and with the quarterbacks that Judy was playing with, he would have had, oh my God, interstellar numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was playing with McElroy and AJ, and when AJ first started. So, I mean, you know, he wasn't. It was a different offense that Julio was playing in.
Jacob, I think we've known that since the beginning of the season, buddy. He's laughing because Miami sucks.
Well, it was 30-28. It was 30-28. What is it now?
It's 30. I think it's still 31-28. Hold on.
That whole conference sucks, Jacob.
Still 30-28? It is still 30-28. Looks like Miami has the ball, 1st and 10, 3:59 to play. Virginia leads 30-0, and they are exactly at midfield.
I just got a new quarterback.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh,
God, please.
I was going to say this.
Please let Virginia win, because then I can then on the morning show tomorrow I can make fun of Virginia Slim Shadies.
Not Virginia Slim regular, just Shady. Punter.
He just annoys the hell out of me.
It's because you let what he says get to you, honestly. I just kind of ignore it.
The thing about this Ole Miss Alabama game is I'm not doubting Alabama so much, and I even said this in my preview video that I got out today, was that Alabama just hasn't faced the type of offense that they're going to face this. They haven't faced that this year. And if there's one thing I think Bama's defense is it's not – I don't think it's built for fast-paced, high-tempo offenses like Ole Miss. And that's why I think they're going to get them. I mean, Jeff and I have said this, someone's going to get the Tide. This is the first test, and I really think that, I just think Lane Kiffin's got something up his sleeve.
Well, how you get Alabama?
Yeah, he's got to throw the damn ball.
Yeah.
How you get Alabama is you play up tempo. You don't let them substitute, and you run RPO, and if your quarterback can keep the tempo going, and if he plays completely out of his ass, then you've got a chance. If he just plays average quarterback play has not beaten Alabama since 2007. If your quarterback is average, you lose, period.
That's true.
And you go back and look at Saban was 7-5 his first year. Take away that 7-5, and his record at Alabama is 167-18. 167-18 with 6 natties. Of those 18 losses, every single one the opposing quarterback played his best game of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that, I don't think what was it, 63-48? Yeah, 63-48 last year. I just don't think that was a fluke. I really think that was what you saw was what Lane Kiffin is building with the Rebels offense. And I just think it's on a good path to get better and better.
There is always, what do they say? There's always a bigger fish. Is that what the saying is? I mean,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've got the perfect formula and the weapons to give Bama trouble. No doubt about it. Now, can they do it? Having is one thing, doing is another. And I'm not taking anything away from Ole Miss's capabilities. All I'm saying is, like Trent just said, it's one thing to have the ability. It's another thing to go do it.
True.
I mean, Ole Miss absolutely, when I look at our schedule, I mean, I think Auburn, just because of the mystical implications of playing there. But if you're asking me in a technical, here's the 2 playbooks sunk, I'm throwing them down on the kitchen table, now look them over. Who schematically scares you? Well, nobody scares me, but Ole Miss worries me. I mean, schematically, they're perfectly designed to beat Alabama, which is exactly what Kiffin's done. He's been like Dr. Frankenstein. He's building a monster with one purpose, and that purpose is to beat Alabama.
Right. Let me ask you this: what team? If y'all had to pick a team for play this week, would you rather play Ole Miss or Georgia?
Ooh, that's tough.
If I was Alabama,
it's Alabama.
I get the game in BDS.
Neutral site.
Neutral site?
Well, if the neutral site's Atlanta, then I want Georgia because we own Atlanta.
You fucker.
You knew that was coming, buddy. You knew that was coming.
Go on, Jeff.
We rolled off 9 straight in Atlanta. We own that city.
It's Brian.
But what I'm trying to get to is, who do y'all think is more dangerous in the long run, Ole Miss or Georgia?
Honestly, I would see, that's really tough because, like I said, I just see offense.
That's a choice. That's a choice between how much damage could the Ole Miss offense do to our defense, as opposed to, are we going to be able to do anything against the Georgia defense?
Right.
So you're asking me, do I have more faith in Alabama's offense to do just enough against Georgia, or their defense to hold off Ole Miss just enough? I would say I have more faith in our defense holding off Ole Miss just enough than dealing with Georgia. I would given the choice, I'd rather play Ole Miss tomorrow Saturday than Georgia.
I don't.
And here's another thing I don't really understand too is why do people still? I'm honestly asking. I'm not shit talking here. Why do people still think that Georgia don't have an offense at this point?
Are they? I don't know.
I don't think that. I think they've got a really good offense.
I think a lot of it's just because of the fact their key playmakers are injured.
Well, yeah, but you got to understand. By the time we hit Atlanta, they won't be. We'll have George Pickens back. We'll have Blaylock back. We've already got Darnell back and Tyke back this week.
Now, hold on. Is Pickens on that track?
Pickens will be back by Florida. He's already running routes and making cuts. He'll be back by the Florida game.
Wow, he's making better progress than we thought. Because everyone was saying, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. Everyone said he was out for the season, and it looked like he wasn't going to play.
No, they've already said there's even leaked footage of no footage at University of Georgia's leaked, just like at Alabama. If it's out there, it happened for a reason. But there's footage of Pickens running routes right now and getting thrown the ball by Vandergrift. Like he's making cuts, he's doing fine.
Miami's going to kick a field goal to win this. They're running the clock down.
Yeah. Who wants to bet they miss this, though? How much you want to bet they ice this?
I'm not betting that's dime on
I'm not betting it. Their kicker is very good. There's no way he's missing this.
Miss.
No, I know he's good.
So they got to have one good player on that team.
Yeah, Miami's going to win, and Slim Shady will act like they won the Super Bowl.
Unless they're going to – no, they're going to hand it off. They're going to try to kill time here.
They can run it down to about 25 seconds, kick off with 20 seconds. Virginia will be able to run 2 plays. That'll be about it. Damn it, I hate it. I wanted Miami to lose.
Just watch another game of theirs this season. You'll be happy. They got a lot of losses coming this season. Of course, most of the ACC does.
Just when I was saying last year, or even the year before, because it used to be, the ACC sucks and Clemson doesn't play anybody, and it's Clemson. And then it looked like teams like Miami and whoever just started looking better, especially with teams like North Carolina. But even they're falling off this year, man. It's like the teams.
Literally, this is the first. SEC is the only conference that looks legit right now.
Oh, for sure. Well, I don't know. I mean, you got Penn State and Iowa in the Big Ten. Who else is outside of that?
But that's it. That's it.
Maryland's looking okay with Talia. I mean, honestly.
Oh, they're good. Oh, okay. Well, I see. I must have misjudged the clock. They're going to run it down to the final kick. This will be the last play of the game.
Block it. Dude, Green Bay is beat.
This is completely on the West. This is completely on the Virginia quarterback who missed pass after pass after pass.
No, it's on the Virginia defense because they can't stop anything. Their defense
is
like
true. Their secondary's been horrible.
Yeah, I'm watching this. I want to hear it. They're going to run it. So they are going to run it down. I got 30 seconds and counting with fourth down.
How many times was a Miami wide receiver open 25 yards down the field? I mean, my goodness. And they've got a great kicker, so this would be absolutely hilarious if he misses this.
He is really good.
And all 4,000 fans there will be excited. What are we looking at? 33 yards?
3 seconds. They call timeout.
Now, most high
school
kickers have hit this. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hold on. Don't say
Doink!
nothing. Don't
Doink!
say nothing. Oh, crap. He's going to miss it. Let me see this. Hold up. Because I'm seeing the kicker walk out here. Sorry to meet you, Jeff. I apologize. But it's going to doink. Is it really going to doink?
We've already got the result, Ballard.
I just want to see how bad this was. The snap is down. The hole. The kick is up. It's ooh. That wasn't just a door. That was bad. What the hell?
Miami, what are you doing?
Man, I want to apologize. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot that our feeds are on different times.
No.
I didn't mean to blow that. If I would have thought that you guys were behind, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just been quiet.
No,
I'm playing Madden, so you do you, man.
That's funny.
Are you serious, Miami?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Miami.
That was wow.
Oh my God.
Is that Zoe guy? Is he live right now? I want to go troll this man. Hold on.
Ballard,
Where's he
do
in?
yourself a favor and don't.
Okay.
No.
No, I know.
The big dummy. He's blaming the white long snapper. He says it's a racist plot. The white long snapper ruined it.
Who's watching Ballard's videos? I'm guessing it's
what?
Ballard.
No, I'm watching my videos.
I hear our video from the beginning.
I don't hear.
Do you hear that, Matty?
No.
What the hell is it, me?
Do you hear clicking though?
I do hear a little bit of clicking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's
Right.
my mouse.
That's fine. That's not like super obnoxious. I've heard more loud, inaudible keyboards when people are typing than the mouse click. Miami. Shout out to Virginia.
What, you want to go outside now?
What
It's
is up
raining.
with Miami?
It's raining. You want to go outside now? You're going to get wet. I'll be back in a minute, fellas.
All right, man.
Dude, I just watched that. I finally saw the play on Twitter. God. And he's in great position too. It's not like he's on one of the hashes. He's right in the middle of the field. Oh my God. And the safety ends up being the difference in the game. Miami, what are you doing?
Tie game. Minute 40 left. 21-21.
In which
Jaguars versus Bengals. Burrow's got the ball moving down the field.
they're tied at 21.
They're tied at 21. I got to feel the Bengals will end it right here, which is crazy.
Hey, Jags, we'll lend you our defense so you can pick him off 3 times in the final minute.
All right. Oh, whoa, tight end on the run. He is down at the 20. Yep, they're already in field goal range, boys, with a minute left.
No!
And Cincinnati fans are going crazy like they're doing something by beating Jacksonville.
They'll be 3-1.
Like, this is
What's up, Jacob?
there's a reason you didn't see Georgia fans so stoked when we destroyed Vanderbilt.
And Miami and Virginia.
Oh, God, this kid. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Jacob?
What's up? Miami's kicker needs to raise. Yeah. There we go. Miami's kicker deserves a raise.
You mean like more NIL money?
Huh?
I said you mean like more like NIL money after that kid?
No, did you just see what happened?
I did see what happened. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. I'm not even talking about NIL money. I guess making a joke.
Well, I was making a joke because he mentioned he needs to get a raise, and now they can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Nothing makes a joke funnier than full explanations.
Well, I mean, the dude is Cody Parkey. He's just an upright sniper, Just you see the upright and you just nail it.
I can't wait for what Slim Shady has to say about that.
I hope he comes in here. Please let him come in here.
I hope he does too. I mean, look. Virginia outplayed them anyways. Miami was about to steal it. So,
All right, 4 seconds left. Cincinnati's kicker's going for the win.
This was the Florida kicker who missed in the shoe game.
Yeah, McPherson?
Yep.
McPherson, yeah.
Evan McPherson.
I'm not going to tell y'all what happened in the NFL game yet.
Well, good. I hope you wouldn't.
Yeah.
My guess is he makes it. God, hurry up. Line up, kick the damn ball.
This Bengals-Jaguars game was a pretty good game as well.
Yeah, they're both turds.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That was brief.
Game over.
Did you see it yet?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
They're acting like they won a Super Bowl by beating Jacksonville.
Where did
And,
that?
they are 3-1. That's a big achievement for the Bengals.
Jacob, what is your
Shit,
score prediction for this game Saturday?
Since he went on a field goal,
Which game?
Yeah. Georgia game.
Which game? 42-17 Arkansas. That's my prediction.
One, you're going to take my score, but 2, are you crazy?
Well, no, I'm in 42-17 Georgia.
42-7. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make that my name now.
I'm at 42-17 Georgia.
Good Lord, Jacob.
I accidentally said Arkansas, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. No, that's the pick I kept saying all week. I got 42-17. That's my score prediction as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I got confused there.
Are we doing, Maddie, are we doing Jacob quotes for our names now?
That's what I just did.
Can you change mine to Cam Newton's the greatest quarterback of all time, Jacob Watson?
Well, I can't because it's not my StreamYard.
I'll give you permission. Go for it.
Well, you'd have to ask Ballard to do that.
Oh, that's going to take forever.
Where did Ballard go?
That's what I want to know.
He just left without saying anything.
Oh, wow. Huh. We just had a sonic boom here in Jacksonville. That's what that noise was.
Miami got away with that targeting call.
what, did we lose Trenches?
No, we lost Ballard.
I'm right here.
Oh, sorry, Trenches. I didn't see it.
It's all good, Jeff.
I can't wait to hear Miami fans say they want Ed Reed to become their coach after the game.
Hashtag extend Diaz.
I mean, they probably should.
You have any doubt in your mind that were it not for football, Ed Reed would be in a federal penitentiary right now?
No, no way. For sure he would be.
And so would 90% of the Miami guys that did end up going to the NFL,
Oh
including
yeah, Ray Lewis, yeah.
including Ray accessory to murder Lewis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One Miami player ended up getting jailed for murder just a couple months ago.
Oh, it was 14-0 at half. So Cincy got all their points in the second half, huh?
Yeah, the
ESPN
Jaguars were dominating early, and then Cincy came back.
ESPN showing the highlights now.
Virginia's defensive line was amazing today.
Well, their secondary couldn't cover anything.
Yeah, but I mean, Miami was making a lot of hard hits today as well. Gosh, I can't wait for Slim Shady to come in here and talk about the Miami game. Now they missed that field goal. Well, Slim Shady had the idea that Miami could still make the ACC title because of what's happening to the rest of the ACC.
It's doubtful.
Yeah. Especially after what happened. Like, if you can't beat Virginia, then there's a lot of teams you can't beat. Especially if you lose to Michigan State by 21.
Well, Slim Shady will excuse that away. He'll say that game was close and it got away at the end, and he'll say that the reason that Appalachian State game was close is because they had three touchdowns called back by penalties and blah 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 and excuse.
Yeah, Miami deserved to lose that game. They were outplayed the entire game. They just got a little bit lucky at the end, and then justice was served when they missed the field goal.
His latest angle, his latest shtick is that it's all correct, quote unquote, correctable errors. We're dropping passes, we're making, we're out of position, we're making blocking mistakes, and those are all correctable errors. And he didn't have any response to me when I said, you don't have the talent to make those errors, to correct those errors.
Yeah. Or the program.
Yeah, even if you weren't making them, your talent's not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, like, Miami's offensive line, they were horrible today. Virginia's defensive line dominated. The quarterback, Miami, was sacked all over the place. No run game until Miami's running back broke off a couple of good runs. He played well today, even behind the terrible Miami O-line. The Virginia pass defense, they were terrible. It was a great game, but
Well, those are some god-awful uniforms the Bengals are wearing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they
Which
were.
ones are they wearing? Which ones are they?
The orange.
Orange
yeah,
over
orange, yeah.
white.
Have you seen their new? Have you seen their new full-on white jerseys though?
I like those unis, actually.
I do. Hold on.
I wish they would roll out with
I don't think.
Yeah.
I wish they'd go back to their black that they used to wear with the old helmet that said Bengals on the side.
I like this new orange uni better than their black one that they have.
They should change their logo as well back to that tiger.
Although the one complaint I have with these new Bengals uniforms is they look too much like Bears uniforms.
Yeah, I don't think the NFL is for Urban Meyer.
There's a
I don't
meme.
think coaching more than 3 years is for Urban Meyer.
Yeah. I can't wait. You're going to have another heart disease or something.
There's a picture of Urban Meyer hunched over, and it says, when it's almost October and USC hasn't hired you yet.
Ha.
Yeah.
Hold on, I
Damn it.
got
He
him.
could take you.
I was dead wrong about that, Maddie, because I thought 2 years ago after the 18 season, or was it the 19 season, I thought for sure USC was going to get rid of Clay Helton and go after Urban Meyer, just open the checkbook up, and they didn't do it.
Look at this.
Well, Urban Meyer still could go to USC. I mean, maybe.
Well, they don't have a white helmet because it's still the one helmet rule.
Yeah, that's true, but they changed that rule for the 2022 season.
I still think these look pretty cool for the Bengals.
Oh, I think it would be a cool look.
I don't think white on black is just a good color scheme.
Maddie, what do you think about you see the latest news on the Bears and the stadium issue?
Yeah, that's actually going to make them play games closer to my house. It'd probably be like 35 minutes as compared to an hour to go.
I was going to say, what do you think about the prospect of playing in Arlington Heights?
You talking about for the Chicago Bears?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen games at Soldier. It's going to seem weird to not have to go into the city to watch games. And that I've been to that area where they're going to be building it by Arlington Racetrack so many times because my aunt actually owns a daycare in the same town. So I know that area pretty well. I think it'll be nice that the Bears might actually have a big enough stadium to host potential events in the future, like the Super Bowl.
Ooh. So we had this loud sonic boom.
Mm-hmm.
We had this loud sonic boom here, and apparently people in Georgia heard it too. Freaking Space Dragon X just landed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What
Thanks for the heads up.
Dolly.
Space Dragon X, one of the space shit, but it just landed here in Florida, and it like my whole house shook.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I may have heard that actually. Maybe.
It was loud.
Ballard, I know it's been 5 days, but I haven't heard you say anything about the Buccaneers-Rams game. You have anything on that?
Stafford's his daddy.
Just pray for us. Just
It's rough when you got Stafford and Sonny Michel looking at you, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the Bucs were bound to lose the game at some point, and the Rams are not bad, especially their defense.
Rams
It's
won
not
the Super
really
Bowl.
for
Rams
us.
won the
Now,
Super Bowl.
let me guys ask you this: Patriots 1-2, Bucs are 2-1. Brady and Belichick, what you think?
Brady's winning that one.
I think Brady's gonna win.
Yeah.
Belichick
The Rams are winning that Super Bowl.
Belichick saying what he did about Brady is ridiculous. Saying that Tom Brady stole their plays. I mean, he was there
Here's
for
what
20
should have
years.
happened. As soon as Bledsoe got healthy again, Belichick just should have put him back in, and we never had this whole Brady bullshit.
Hey, I mean, it helped not make the Packers a dynasty. Said, you know what? I'll live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get a lot of ratings, the Buccaneers-Patriots game. I know that.
I watch that shit.
That's why it's a Sunday night game.
Dude, it's tough. I want Mac Jones to do well, but I also want Brady to kind of get his revenge over New England. If it can be a shootout game where Mac Jones can have like 400 yards, like 4 touchdowns, and they lose by like 2 or 3.
Mac's in the wrong system for that, man.
I don't think Mac Jones has the offensive weapons to do that.
Nah.
I mean,
gotta do better, man. This is killing me.
You know, the Falcons might actually win next week. They're playing the Washington football team.
Washington has a really good
You
defense.
talking about the Redskins?
Yeah, well, yeah, the Redskins.
That's racist.
Apparently.
You know, the worst part to me, because isn't the Buccaneers and the Patriots, that's the Sunday night game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means, and the whole country's going to be tuned in to watch that because, Brady, Belichick, whatever. Brady could pass Drew Brees for the all-time career passing yardage. And wouldn't that be something if Brady did it in New England with a pass to Gronkowski? How about that?
That would be great.
That'd be funny.
I mean,
But
be
the
honest,
worst part of the whole thing, to me, the worst part of the whole thing, hands down, is the fact that it's going to be on NBC and we got to put up with Chris Collins, who is the worst color guy in the history of color guys.
Well, here's a guy who doesn't like Chris Collinsworth on the StreamYard panel discussing why he doesn't like Chris Collinsworth.
I mean, Al Michaels is great, though. I like him.
Nah, I don't know, man. Joe Buck, I don't know if he's the color guy or if he's more of the play-by-play.
He's the play-by-play. Troy Aikman's the color guy.
Buck is play-by-play.
Honestly, I think that's the worst
Buck,
crew.
oh, my God.
That's the worst crew.
I can't stand him.
Is Collinsworth really that bad, though?
Oh, he's horrible.
I don't know about that. I'm not saying he's great, but I don't think he's horrible.
I'll say this. CBS got a steal when they managed to get Tony Romo in the booth.
Yeah. And Peyton Manning and Eli Manning's podcast is really good. Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Especially when Eli Manning gave the double middle fingers.
Dude, that was funny.
that was really funny. And then they told him to apologize.
I find it funny. Like, everyone knows Peyton. He's like more of the charismatic one. And then you got Eli, who's kind of more quiet and reserved. But he just has some of like the snarkiest and funniest comebacks. Some of the stuff his brother says that's just like super dry and like no one paid attention to that. But that was hilarious.
Yeah, Eli Manning played too long, in my opinion. He should have retired earlier.
Yeah, probably another season or two earlier, not going to lie.
Peyton should have, too.
Peyton won a Super Bowl his last year.
He won the Super Bowl, so it kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, but he didn't have anything to do with that.
No, it was all defense.
I mean, that is true, but he did what he had to do to.
He rode Von Miller to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to consider that Trent Dilfer, Jeff Hostetler, and Mark Rippon all won Super Bowls as well. So
so did Brad Johnson.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning was not what he once was by the time. But look at the Broncos since he's left. They have been a quarterback turnstile. He was just enough.
Yep.
In terms of stability to get where they needed to go.
Yeah,
I think Drew Lock could have won a Super Bowl with that team, Manny.
Drew Lock couldn't even win the starting job this year.
That's how good that defense was, is what I'm saying.
That Broncos defense was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely. I'm not dismissing their defense's accomplishments. I'm just saying.
Second best defensive Super Bowl champion.
Yeah. That might be a top 5 defense ever. That might be.
Listen, guys, I'm at least I'm gonna shut it down for the night, get some rest and all that. But thanks for coming on, and we're gonna have some good games this weekend. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we should wait till Slim
Miami.
Shady
You sucked. So thanks, guys.
Let's wait till Slim Shady gets on.
No.
All right, see ya. Go Dogs.
keep it open, Ballard, so we can chat private.
Yeah, I'll at least end it on YouTube. Y'all do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're new, follow on Twitter, all that good stuff. Love you guys. Jesus loves you. God bless. And roll Tide.